The fundraising marathon scheduled for the 18th June 2023 is geared towards resourcing a center of excellence for the KDF families with special needs. The Military Wives Association of Kenya believe that if we can get this center up and running, the military family will be better placed and will have a better life even when our husbands are away on duty. So that is the reason we really feel like this is a very important cause and the reason we are here this morning. Henry Newman says, fundraising is not a response to a crisis. It is a way of announcing our vision and inviting others into our mission. And this morning we are very happy and we feel greatly honored that we can share our vision with you and that you are willing to support us towards the same.
My name is Tabitha Kibochi. As you've all heard, I'm the founding chair of Military Wives Association of Kenya with a great team. You know, you can have a vision, and if you don't have a team to drive it, you're on your own. I really want to commend the team here for walking the journey. I'm really happy. And for the members here, let me appreciate you all before I forget. Usually I talk and then something goes out of my mind, but thank you so much. I'm also the chair of mentorship pillar. Why am I mentorship? Why am I the chair of mentorship pillar? Because I believe in a strong family. I believe in functional, cohesive families. And I was able to drive this pillar because of that deep passion that I have for family. It's my honor and privilege here today to welcome you all again. Thank you all for accepting our invitation. So now I can talk about the Military Wives. As we call ourselves Mwak, was founded on unity of purpose by like-minded senior officers as a vehicle to exchange ideas. Through our interaction, that was aimed to promote support to KDF leadership with solutions to contemporary challenges that can deliver positive impact to our larger KDF families. Members of Mwak have diverse background, and the association leverages on the expertise to offer pro bono support. And I'll repeat, pro bono, we are not paid a shilling. We do this because we believe in our purpose. We believe in giving back to this community, to this establishment that has made us who we are. So our team is very committed to giving of their time and their knowledge. So we leverage on their expertise and to offer pro bono support in strengthening of KDF welfare system. The association has now cascaded its structures down to all levels of KDF so as to contribute towards the effort and provision of holistic support in all regions. Life of military personnel is often characterized by frequent out-of-station deployments. These movements create unique challenges to the overall military family unit. These challenges are exponentially more difficult for families with working mothers, more so for those with special needs children. KDF has established robust organizational soldier-centric welfare structures across regions, which focus on a well-resourced healthcare system. However, there still remains a gap in the provision of quality education to children living with different forms of disability. The reason we are here today. Since inception, Mwak has undertaken visits to over 30 schools within KDF establishments. Subsequently, there arose a need to upscale learning standards of these children for the schools with special needs. In this regard, Mwak, in conjunction with the Ministry of Defense, identified the urgent requirement to establish a modern state-of-the-art facility that would offer quality learning for military children with special needs, as well as support some children from the neighboring communities. This would see KDF contribute to the betterment of Kenyan society at large. This facility is intended to be built at Radisson, Nairobi, where KDF has an undertaking of a public-private partnership housing project. The facility will cater for children from 3 years with a future plan of establishing a vocational training center. The KDF Special School takes up a semblance of a dedicated, typical special needs school, incorporating multiple special units, including but not limited to cerebral palsy, autism, hearing impairment, visually impaired, and physically challenged units. The special school will immensely benefit from its proximity to Kenya School of Special Education, KISE, which is located within its vicinity, and KDF Wellness Center located at Langata Barracks. Ladies and gentlemen, our appeal today is a part of consideration. As part of the consideration of this proposal, a summation of actual capital and recurrent expenditure for this investment is to be undertaken by the relevant KDF departments. Key costs items will include but not limited to the following: infrastructure design, that is building and refurbishment, machine and equipment, medical and non-medical, learning material and technologies, IT and communication equipment, furniture and fitting, motor vehicles, human resource, recruitment and capacity building. Like other KDF-sponsored schools, the special needs school will run under the same model under the Ministry of Education. KDF going forward will hopefully consider increasing the budget allocation towards this special school. As I conclude, pursuant to our values, Military Wives Association of Kenya is committed to engagements, partnerships, collaborations, and key leadership engagement in both private and public sector to see the fruition of this initiative. Borrowing from the words of the renowned American politician and education reformer, it says that education then, beyond all other devices of human origin, is the great equalizer of the conditions of men, the balance wheel of the social machinery. This was said by Horace Mann. It is our prayer today and submission that today's appeal will receive favorable consideration in helping the KDF families and children with disabilities that will help them take their place in society.
I stand here with just two roles. One is to talk briefly about how you can partner with us, the corporate sponsorship modalities, and two is to invite us to an open session of discussion for you to give us feedback and give us also ideas on how best we can actualize this initiative. As some more words of encouragement will also give us a way to push us forward as we plan for the marathon and as we look forward to actualizing this special needs school. It's always said that a picture speaks 1,000 words. With the beautiful architectural plans that Architect Kinge has presented to us, I believe that each one of us can now visualize a center of excellence in Roysambu, with an increasing number of families accessing special needs education and vocational training, receiving reskilling for our families with special needs. We can see our special needs children and persons within KDF and the neighborhood civilian communities enjoying recreation, sports, and even Paralympic opportunities. Can we see that picture? I believe we can. And now with the strong appeal from Ma'am Tabitha, which she has just made to us, I believe you are now sold to this noble cause and are ready to partner with us. And so I can hear someone asking, then how can we partner?
And my answer will be, you can partner or give your contribution to us in cash or in kind. From platinum at 10 million to sapphire at 100,000 and anything in between. For individual sponsorships, you are not limited to emerald at 50,000. You can climb higher and even up to the platinum. For in-kind contribution, we are glad to receive, you can put it for the in-kind contribution, the one which the architect has presented to us. We are glad to receive construction materials. In our midst, we have some renowned construction and cement manufacturing companies. So we appeal for your donations of cement, of sand, of concrete, of roofing materials, of doors. Of course, that will not only be limited to people in construction. Even the bank, even any other of us present here today can also donate in kind.
Today, I stand tall to celebrate the second anniversary of my partner Mwak for their initiatives and successes in supporting the KDF family. Maybe our case today, you may be asking why I'm celebrating that. When Mwak came on board, the following has happened. 1, needy KDF orphans are now enjoying education scholarships for secondary and university education. 2, currently, TVET classes are running in our barracks to support KDF dependents. 3, children with special needs in our barracks have enjoyed specialized medical care, assistive devices, and free clinics in support of these KDF families. KDF is now in touch with their widows and orphans through Mwak outreach programs. 5, the empowerment of KDF spouses continue to take place in our barracks, courtesy of Mwak and partnership with State Department of Gender. With that, I am sure I can convince you to join me in celebrating Mwak. In the successes I have enumerated above, Mwak has continued to serve humanity to ensure KDF commanders have focused men and women ready for deployment. And it's always said, service to humanity is service to God. And therefore, I urge all of us here this morning to fully support the latest Mwak initiative so as to have a strong KDF family for one force, one mission.
It gives me immense pleasure to be part of this inaugural Mwak Marathon launch. As you all know, our military is playing a vital role in ensuring that our country is always defended against external aggression, besides regional roles we have undertaken in the region. We are indeed committed to grow and modernize our force. The family is key in ensuring this happens. We therefore are glad to partner with Mwak, who endears to support the welfare of the military families, those serving, retired, widows, and orphans. Mwak, over the past 2 years, has proved to be a solid partner, and we are proud to be associated with them and their future initiatives. A disability assessment report done in August 2020 by Mwak in collaboration with KDF Compensation and Welfare Branch reported that several children and persons within the KDF families are living with disabilities. However, KDF lacks the sufficient facilities, including special schools, to cover special education needs. Hence, the need to have a center of excellence that will be able to cater for the children with special education needs. The special school will help in professional reskilling, Paralympic sports and recreation activities. The center is envisioned to cost 200 million as it was presented by our lead architect. Therefore, Mwak is in its quest to promote the well-being of KDF families, as coined from their vision and mission, came up with this noble initiative, and we as KDF are in support of them. We encourage you, our honorable partners, that you may offer Mwak any necessary assistance that may be comfortable with you. We promise you that we shall partner from the front, have our troops running, and hence encourage you to also partner with Mwak in line with the theme of the marathon, contributing to the defense and security by supporting KDF families. We believe it is a collective initiative for all of us.
Good morning, everyone. I feel like a bit of an interloper, a bit of a gate crasher. I left this ministry a long time ago, but it's also always been my favorite place. It's a place where you see service, you see duty, you see people pushing themselves to embrace others. You see people laying down their lives for others. So it's a place where I learned many lessons. I received many gems of wisdom, and therefore I'll never be far away from KDF and from their wonderful wives. I want to really commend you for the work that you've done, Tabitha and your team. When we were in the Ministry of Defense, I always maintained that the Kenya Defense Forces wasn't just an institution. It wasn't just a fighting force, it was also a family, a community. And it is wonderful to see the manifestation of that in Mwak. The idea that you understand that you build a force from its foundation, and that foundation is the family. I am delighted that you have been focused, that you have been determined, and that you have not been afraid. Just now I was having a discussion with the defense attaché from the Netherlands, and I asked him, how do we know that women make a difference when they are put in positions of leadership, in positions of decision making? Where is the evidence that we do things differently? Where is the evidence that we make a difference in ways that men cannot? And I think you've answered my question today, that we do make a difference in a very special way, that we bring communities together, that we are focused, and we direct attention to things that people do not see. I wish you well as you start this project to build this special needs school. Special needs is a neglected area in our thinking and in our development. We forget that there are those who need extra help, those who need to be lifted up, those who need to be walked with. I hope that this marathon that you are going to have will succeed. I can't promise that I'll run. You know me, I'm not a runner, but I will cheer you on. And I will try and raise some money for you. But I like the fact that the humanity of families, the humanity of soldiers is being put at the forefront. When I was still the Minister of Defense, they opened up a wellness center, a rehabilitation center for soldiers. And this is an extension of that work. This understanding that you build societies, you build countries by people working together, you build it through love. If you don't have that, if that's not the very foundation of a nation, then we cannot call ourselves a place that builds up others, a place that's a republic. I want to thank Mwak, I want to thank KDF for always showing the way forward, for leading us to places where we ought to go. Thank you for your contribution. Keep at it, and I'm so proud to be associated with all of you. I thank you.
Major General Keter, Ambassador Rachel Omamo, CEOs here present, and all their reps, general officers, our founding chair, Mwak members, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sounding like I'm going to give a speech, right? I'm just saying thanks. Yes, it is my humble duty this morning to say thank you to the Most High who has made this day possible. To the KDF leadership for their committed support towards Mwak. Through the C&W, they have facilitated this breakfast, so we say thank you. To each of our distinguished guests who came to join us today as we embark on this grand journey of faith, through which we expect to raise enough funds to support the construction of a center of excellence for our children with special needs and our persons living with disabilities within the military. We say thank you very much. For those of you who've already planted a seed, and I like what one of you said, planted a seed, to encourage us that more is going to roll in, we say thank you very much for the encouragement. And now our account is open, so yes, thank you very much. To the Mwak members who are working tirelessly to ensure that not only the marathon will be a success, but also right through to see the realization of this grand dream, we say thank you. To the Athletics Kenya Defense Forces, who are holding our hands actually to ensure that the marathon is a success, because we don't know how to run marathons. In their absence, we say asanteni sana. Our service providers, Parrot and White Lounge, event planners par excellence, we say thank you for making this day what it has been. Radisson Blue staff for their service this morning, we say asanteni sana. Speakers before me have talked about building and strengthening our community through inclusivity, access, affordable education for a constituency that has been long been neglected, ignored, actually hidden from sight. Thank you to organizations like KISE and the Council for People Living with Disabilities that are here represented. Thank you for showing us the way. We really appreciate, and we still look forward to working very closely with you moving forward. We thank you all for your commitment to assisting us to meeting a real need in our society. We have our members who have children living with disabilities, and we've watched them, we've seen them, we've admired them. Try to help, as they try to help their children integrate into a society that holds children like that with stigma. I salute you, our members, with those children who have made sure that we move towards this direction. Asanteni sana. For the contributions and the encouragement you've given us, words of advice from the plenary, we are grateful. We've taken note and we will do as you've asked us to do. we'll come to you for contacts and to journey with us as we knock those doors so that we make this a reality. It will not end on the 18th of June. We shall continue. We shall work together with you. Help us to immortalize your institutions within this school with your contributions. If you've been touched, if you fail to convince your organization, please come as an individual. We shall immortalize you as well to make this dream a reality. Every shilling counts. Each and every shilling counts towards bringing and restoring dignity to our children living with special needs, as well as our persons living with disabilities within KDF. Our motto, walking far together, was inspired by the African proverb, if you want to walk fast, walk alone. If you want to walk far, walk together. In this case, run together. So let's meet on the 18th of June and let's run together. Thank you very much for coming.